Hi, I'm Craig Ellis, and I work at the Client Services Division of East Texas Lighthouse for the Blind as the Employment Services Specialist.
For 40 years, our mission has been to empower blind Americans through rehabilitation, education, training, and employment. And for approximately 34 years, the only way we met the mission was through employment. It wasn't until about 6 years ago where we started the Client Services Division to expand the opportunities for blind and visually impaired people in the community by finding viable places of employment.
I think one of the coolest, most unique things about this Employment Services Program and the fact that we're developing it is that both of us are legally blind.
My job here is to develop partnerships with employers in the local community and to also work with our clients to find meaningful employment for those blind and visually impaired people.
Okay, so it's looking good.
Before the vision loss, I was actually very successful, made a really good living, being in management, owning my own business for 13 years.
Craig's business knowledge and his practical experience in the business world is incredibly important.
I think in his position now, he's an asset because he's been on both sides of the fence. So he's been that employer looking for people to fill a job, but he also has that drive and that passion for taking people who were where he was at one time, thinking he wasn't going to be able to work again, and really pulling them up and saying, no, you can work, you can do anything that you want to do because I'm an example of that.
See you, Fred.
I just love being able to come to work every day and help people. It's a passion of mine.
Rich, it's good to see you.
Yeah, man. Good to see you
Everything
too.
going good, huh?
All right, yeah. Everything
When I lost my vision, I had no exposure to any adaptive equipment, any things that made jobs accessible. The Zoom text you can see on the screen here, it's a magnification software, so it makes it possible for people like Richard and myself to be able to use a computer and utilize it to make a living and do what you have to do.
Adaptive equipment and visual aids that Client Services offer, it really takes away any barrier that might be in place. Whenever our HR department ran down to my office and said, I just got off the phone with somebody who had no idea who we were. He's blind, he's been unemployed for 3.5 years. Actually, Craig came in the next day. Our interview was an hour, but I knew I wanted to hire him in 5 minutes. And it was, he had the necessary skills, and I knew he could help us, especially with trying to make the changes with the boot program and reduce lead time and lower delivery costs, that Craig would be the guy for us.
4.5 years ago when I got here, there was a need to have a stocking program for the boots to improve our turnaround on orders to TIBH and TxDOT. And we can now get the orders out. We've gone from 45 days down to less than 2 days turnaround on our boot orders to the state.
Because we have opportunities for upward mobility, he was able to train another blind and visually impaired person to take his job.
I'm real happy that Craig got this started.
I love the fact that in the position I'm in, working at the Lighthouse, I can be an example to other blind and visually impaired people that have their doubts and have their concerns about what they are capable of, and so I can tell them, if I can do it, you can do it, Let me show you how.
So shine on, holy harvest moon, for me, my gal.
In my spare time, when I'm not working at Client Services, music is my passion. I love to sing, and 4-part harmony is addictive.